Welcome to Anime Out of Context, a comedy review show hosted by a basement dweller who grew up scrounging terrible fan subs on sketchy websites prior to the convenience of modern streaming, alongside a willfully ignorant soul whose only knowledge of anime comes from the shows forced upon him here. This show will contain spoilers, incorrect information, and copious amounts of adult language. Our hosts are not experts on any topic, and everything they say should be taken with a grain of salt. Thank you for listening, and enjoy.
Hello and welcome to Anime Out of Context, the show where I attempt to explain the sometimes weird, sometimes wonderful, but always hilarious world of anime.
And my lemon zest brings all the boys to the yard.
I'm Shaun Rollins.
I'm Remington Chase.
Remington, it's that time of year again.
Ah, yes, of course. Been looking forward to it for 365 days, Shaun.
Rem, what time of year is it? Do you recall? I mean, you have been waiting for it for such a long time.
Of course, Shaun.
Yeah? And what's that?
My favorite time of year.
Your favorite time of year?
Yes, number one, above all
Number
else.
one. Top of the list. No other time comes close to it, is that right?
Oh, of course not.
Nah. So of course you know exactly what it is.
Oh, I mean, obviously.
Yeah, and that would be...
A good one.
the best one.
Yeah.
Objectively the best time of year.
You know, I can't help but feel like we're talking in circles.
It feels a little bit like that. I'm starting to wonder who's on first at this rate, Rem. But Rem, it's that time of year again, and I didn't fuck it up this time. It's Pride Month, Rem.
Hey, Eggfest.
Eggfest.
Look, every day is Eggfest, but Pride Month is especially Eggfest.
Yes.
As is Easter. Some days are more Eggfest than others.
It's like a fucking zodiac sign. Eggfest is in remission this time of year. It's unfortunate. But not this time. This time it's peak Eggfest occasion.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, Rem, it's Pride Month. And you know what that means? That means that we dip our hands into some LGBTQ plus anime, and we talk about them as two, straight cis white men, as we are supposed to do.
All right, are you gonna give me some cute gay romance or something cursed as fuck?
Well, see, that's the question, Rem. That is the spectrum, right? There's not much mid, like BL or girl love or any romance animes. It's usually either really nice, cute, and wholesome, or fucking cursed giant hand nonsense.
Yeah.
And this year, Rem, we actually recently got a new one that dropped. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I say recently. It was winter of last year, so the beginning of last year. Look, time is a flat circle. It's a weird soup. We deal with it the way we deal with it. And I figured we'd start off Pride Month pretty fucking straightforward, because, Rem, I've noticed a trend in a lot of romance anime, and that's with the title schemes.
Oh?
Because, Rem, light novels have stupidly long titles. That's a common occurrence.
Oh, yeah.
But I've noticed that, especially in recent years, a lot of romance novels, especially BL and GL novels, yaoi, yuri, all the different variations in terms, they have a specific trend of the title just being the characters' names.
Okay, yeah.
So it's
really oozing with creativity.
Yeah, no, it's not the best. I mean, granted, it flows off the tongue very well usually when they do it. That's probably why they do it. But at the same time, it's you're not supposed to judge by its cover. But it's a little hard. It'd be oh man, have you watched Blank and Blank this year? And it's which one was that again?
And so this week we're watching Mash and Burn Dead.
Just going for round 2 of Mashal.
Where he learns to love himself. Fellas, is it gay to love yourself?
The answer may surprise you.
And with that one joke, I have struck to the very core of men's mental health issues.
Toxic masculinity is no more. You've won. You got rid of it, Rem. How does that make you feel?
I don't know if I got rid of it, but I at least, diagnosed it perfectly. There we go. I didn't fix it, but I did solve it.
Like a climate change expert being this is the solution. We just need to have less cars. And then the government being that is the solution.
What
How
if we
about them gas
started?
prices?
What if we stopped actively hurting everything? And it's like, ooh, would I make money? And it's like, yeah, still a bunch. And it's like, but would I make as much money? It's like, I guess you'd make slightly less. And it's like, no can do.
That's a damn shame, isn't it?
Oh,
Writers are still on strike right now, right?
gotta love it.
Yeah,
Including, unfortunately, the anime out of context writers. We God forbid we make our own jokes here. So if you notice a terrible decline in quality, we'll just blame that.
Yeah, no, because you know me and Rem, we are capitalistic overlords. that is the role we fill. But
So speaking of capitalism, Pride Month.
oh, fuck, dude.
Rainbow capitalism. My favorite
man.
kind. What anime are we doing?
I'm just gonna reiterate, both me and Rem are allies. We just want to put that out there.
Hey, well, I'm not attacking LGBTQ plus people. I'm attacking rainbow capitalism, which I feel like everybody agrees with.
Oh yeah,
everybody.
It is.
Don't get me wrong. Rainbow capitalism is better than, I suppose, openly bigoted capitalism. But it's still real fucked. So
it's really backhanded. Like I saw a note the other day of how the fucking LA Dodgers decided to remove a drag group from their show because of concerns from the public, and I'm like, for their Pride Month celebration of all things.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, no, it's a bit fucked. At any rate, Rem, today we're going to be talking about an anime that is simply titled Sasaki to Miyano, or Sasaki and Miyano.
All right.
Pretty fucking straightforward to realize, and the premise is pretty straightforward too. It's a story about our two main characters, Yoshikazu Miyano and Shumei Sasaki, and their life together in school and how they get to know each other, and a little something happens. And the thing that brings them together, Miyano is a little embarrassed by it, but he's a bit of a what is called a fudanshi.
Okay.
And that phrase should sound kind of familiar to you, Rem. Do you remember the phrase fujoshi?
Oh, shit. I don't remember what it means, but I do remember hearing it, which, I'll take whatever I can get.
It comes up a lot around this time of year. Generally speaking, a fujoshi is just a girl who really, really loves BL.
Oh, okay. And so this would be...
the male equivalent.
Yeah, a dude who's like, oh, baby, I love to watch them lesbians.
Oh, no.
Oh, it's a guy who's like, oh, baby, I love to watch them gay folk.
Exactly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's why it has such a
Wait,
a
isn't that just...
Right?
All right.
Okay.
Hold on a minute.
All right. I'm here for it. What's up, bud? Break it down for me.
That's just a gay dude.
Yeah.
Who likes to watch porn.
It's not always porn, Rem.
Or he can be a voyeur as well.
I think that's different. Rem.
Is it?
Voyeurism is watching other people when they don't know it.
Which could fit into this category as a subsection.
Oh, dear God. We're gonna get canceled this year.
Excuse
It's gonna
me?
be great. But yeah, no, it's just a specific flavor of otaku, a dude who really enjoys BL. Doesn't necessarily mean that they're gay, but
Sexuality is nice and complicated.
Fluid.
I get it.
Yeah, it's a spectrum for a reason after all. But yeah, no, Miyano is just he's a fudanshi and loves BL manga specifically, but he's kind of keeping it on the down low because it's kind of embarrassing in his eyes, but that's what he likes.
Sure.
But then he accidentally reveals it to Sasaki, and their relationship, not their romantic one, but like them interacting with each other, starts with him just casually asking to borrow a book, and Miyano lends him some BL. And they start some conversations after reading it and becoming interested in it.
So they create just a little boy love book club.
Yeah, a little bit. And
Rad.
try to sort out their feelings for each other as things go on. I mean, Sasaki, I believe, is he's more of like the cool, serious, cool upperclassman style type character. Bit of an airhead. whereas, Miyano is the smaller, younger, nervous guy. So, there's that dynamic there. And that's basically the premise. There's some elements of bullying, friendships, your typical high school romance stuff, just with this little interactions between these two characters and seeing how they develop.
Sure.
Pretty straightforward. Not a whole lot to mention. It's just a nice, lovely little BL story with a focus on BL manga.
Oh, okay. Well, let's see if it's any good.
Yeah. Hopefully you enjoy it, because let's just say a lot of people like this show, Rem, and it is Pride Month.
My media opinions are not reflective of my political opinions necessarily. So just,
Well, I think that just about does it. So without further ado, Rem, let's go watch some Sasaki and Miyano. Oh! This was my grand ploy to make you my lover. And we are back after watching 5 whole episodes of the 2022 anime Sasaki to Miyano, or Sasaki and Miyano. And Remington, what'd you think? Did you think this is a great way to start Pride Month, or have I done the community a disservice?
Well, hey, the fact that you remembered it all, Shaun, I think is...
Okay, listen. Last year, I got the schedule a little mixed up, alright? It's fine. But we didn't have a buffer at that point. So now that I know exactly what's going on, it's gonna be fine. It's fine.
I just have to read one note that I wrote while watching episode 1.
Okay.
Is this what Shaun wanted when we started the podcast?
You found me out, Rem. This was my grand ploy to make you my lover.
Did you want me to be your Sasaki, and you to be the Miyano, and you would just show me a bunch of anime, and what you wanted was for me to be like, oh gosh, it's so good.
It's so good.
Which was very quickly crushed.
Yeah, no. Oh god. You got to be very careful when making those kind of comparisons, though, Rem, because people are automatically going to assume certain things about us if you compare us directly to characters like this.
Oh man. So Shaun.
Yes.
Small problem.
What's your problem, Rem?
So this anime is kind of shit, Shaun.
Uh-oh.
Which is unfortunate, especially because thus far, if I'm being honest, the boy love anime we've covered have been pretty solid. They have a good track record on this podcast.
Mm-hmm.
And then here comes this piece of shit.
Oh god, that's the kind of energy we're going into this with, huh? Oh no.
Well, let me be abundantly clear. If you're like all in on boy love anime, or just like shoujo generally, you'll probably like this. It's cute and inoffensive and horribly boring.
Oh oh god.
Imagine any shoujo. All right, you're set.
Oh no. Oh, Rem. I wish I could say I wasn't fully expecting this, but I didn't think you'd have this much distaste for it.
Very often I'll have like a full page of notes, often for 5 episodes. I'll have up to like 1.5 to 2 full pages of notes, right?
Right.
I was barely able to break half of a page.
Holy shit.
There's quite a bit for me to generally talk about in the first episode.
Right.
And then it just decreased as I realized, I don't need to write that down. It probably doesn't matter, does it? And it didn't.
Oh, God. Oh, no. Rem, this is supposed to be our inaugural Pride month episode, you know?
Shaun, I don't want to say that it's homophobic to choose a bad anime to show me on Pride, but
hey, Rem, here's the thing. not to go into too many details, but a lot of people wanted us to cover this.
Well, they
A
were wrong.
lot of- Oh no. So is it homophobic of me to show this to you, or are you truly the homophobic one because you have so many bad things to say about this show?
I maintain it was homophobic to show it to me because you knew I wouldn't like it. How could I? Nothing happens.
It was so heavily requested, Rem.
Why?
Why specifically?
Kinda, yeah.
Give me 1 second. Let me pull up those notes.
Because,
let's
unironically,
see.
Shaun, I'm waiting for you to tell me that this is from a 4-panel comic.
Oh.
It's one of those cases where just fucking nothing happened. Every episode had, like, brief scenes, and you're like,
well,
okay. But everything feels very
well-
self-contained, scene to scene.
Well, it wasn't a 4-coma, but it was a web manga.
Okay, alright.
But yeah, it's let's see. This one says they're so good, and it's a perfect representation of how people in the LGBTQ plus community actively deal with feelings. That's one review. Someone just really wanted to see us cover it soon. This was my first BL anime, and I loved it. Love for you guys to talk about it. Ooh, man. General recommendation there. Couple recommendations there. That one is unrelated. So there's just a lot of people who genuinely like it and think this is a cute, lovely little show and wanted us to talk about it and thought that you would enjoy it.
Well...
Ooh. Yeah, that's a bit unfortunate there, Rem, isn't it?
Well, let's talk about episode 1 and then briefly skim over the rest, shall we?
My God.
Genuinely, I have, by episode 5, because I separate my notes into, like, what happens and then particular notes I have anything beyond just what happens, right? And in episode 5, in the what happens side of things,
Okay.
I only have 2 things.
Uh-oh.
Normally, to give a frame of reference, I have anywhere from like 10 to 20, quite
Right.
easily. But so episode 1, right? We see our protagonist, Miyano. He's turning a corner and he sees this kid just getting beaten the shit out of. Just getting absolutely demolished. Miyano is gonna step in, but then he's stopped by another boy. Where's the emphasis? Sasaki?
Sasaki.
Alright, Sasaki. Sasaki shows up, steps in, is basically like, you're too pretty and fragile, let me. And goes and helps instead. And that's the moment they fell in love with each other, more or less. We cut to like 3 months later, where these two have now formed a bond. Sasaki is calling Miyano cute. There's physical contact. They chat about boy love. Miyano is like, oh god, you're such a normie, which is very it's weird and a little bit off-putting, I'll be honest. I thought initially just haha, and then I was like, ah shit, it's one of the only things I'm saying about this anime. I didn't think it'd be that representative. I don't think it's a big deal. It's gonna seem like a big deal because it's one of the few things I'm talking about. But but yeah, Miyano is like, oh god, you're such a normie. He will reference it multiple times to Sasaki. They have a relationship where basically Miyano just gives boy love anime to Sasaki, and Sasaki's like, yeah, that's pretty good. But then just neither of them realize what's going on, but like everybody does, including them, but not really, kinda. I don't know, man. Who cares?
God.
We meet some other characters. They share an umbrella. All right.
Oh my God. Holy shit.
I genuinely don't know how to like. Here's the problem. There's no plot, which could be fine, but nothing happens either narratively or emotionally. It's just kind of spinning wheels into the dirt and waiting for any movement. And then people are like, wow, it should be moving. I wonder if it'll start moving. Is it going to start moving? And then you're like, oh, okay. So it's your standard, that's pretty standard, right? For romances and for shoujo, the good old will they won't they?
Right.
But there's also no plot, so all that exists is will they won't they. It's not like framed over anything. You can either have a cute little romance, right, where nothing really happens, but you just get to see the relationship and the romance. Or you can have a will they won't they type thing with an interesting narrative overlaid on that then interacts and engages with that premise. You got neither.
Oh, God.
In the first 2 episodes, it's just a series of them giving each other food and talking about its sweetness. And that's it! It's just, hey, is this food sweet enough and or too sweet for you? Yes or no, it is not. What about this food? To you, is this too sweet or sweet enough for you? Yes, it is. Or no, it's not. And you have like 8 of those interactions in the first 2 episodes.
Oh, dear.
Oh, God. My favorite thing in the first 2 episodes was, at one point they're getting ready to play the Pocky game with specifically men's Pocky. Which I found hysterical. And then Miyano just straight up deep throats the Pocky. So that's kind of funny. That's
Is that not how you eat Pocky, Rem?
big gulp, baby.
Just down in one.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like this is I'm gonna be charitable, right? I'm gonna find its audience.
Okay.
I think this is the boy love anime for people in Miyano's position where you are a shy little what's the term? They say it a lot in the anime.
Uke?
No, being all into boy love.
Oh, Fudanshi.
Yeah, if you're shy, awkward Fudanshi, this is the show for you. You'll feel seen and recognized, and that'll probably be enough for you.
Oh, God. So you're saying this is a hyper-focused series rather than a more broad stretch series?
Yeah, I don't know how many Fudanshis there are out there, but I think that I would label this as having
Plenty.
Limited appeal. Once again, not because it's boy love. I'm not saying that narrows the appeal. I'm saying that's the only appeal. I'm saying...
Oh, God.
So some might say like, oh, because it's boy love, it has a smaller audience. I'm saying that's the only reason it has an audience. That's kind of all it has to go for. Because then you look at things like, I don't know, I thought even like the animation and the art style, yeah, it's vaguely pretty and cute and boring. Like there were moments where I was like, oh, holy shit. I was just like, yeah, I guess this is the kind of thing you do in this story. That's what it's supposed to look like. Okay, sure.
Holy shit, Ram.
By episode like 4 or so, I had to resist so hard, like having my attention wander. So I like hyper focused, and there was still nothing for me to say because it was rough. It was rough by that point.
So you're telling me that there's too much sitting outside of buildings and chatting and occasionally walking places.
And it's the same conversations. And then you have some side characters, right? And hey, the side characters, they aren't assholes. They all have their vague personalities. But I don't care about any of them either.
Oh, God.
Basically, I feel like I was just introduced to this like high school friend group, right?
Right.
And like I just watched an autobiographical documentary they made about themselves.
Oh, dear.
That I just like found on YouTube, and I'm just like, why am I watching this? What is this doing for me? What is this giving to me?
My God. But don't they at least have some cute interactions? Right?
Yeah, sure. It's pretty cute, but it's all cute in the exact same way. Like episode 1, I was like, oh hey, it's kind of cute. That's nice. By episode 4, I'm like, yeah, you've done this already. You've been here. You're treading the same ground. You gotta do new cute things. You can't just do the same cute things again and again and again.
Oh, God. Well, here's a question for you, and I'm not saying I'm doubting my own judgment here or anything. But my question is Ephraim, if I had only shown you 3 episodes of this show, do you think your opinion would have changed at all?
I would have had more hope. I think,
So you're saying the longer you watch this show, the less hope you got.
yeah, by episode 3, don't get me wrong, I would have showed up with the same opinion. I would have arrived and said the same things, but perhaps with a bit less confidence. Because I'd be like,
a bit less
I'd be like, I don't
okay.
know, it's only 3 episodes, so maybe things start happening. I'm 5 episodes in. I'm almost halfway through the series, and nothing has happened. Like, some might argue, well, Remington, how wrong could you be? In episode 5, Sasaki confesses. Not once, but twice. Well, yeah, but sure, but like, they all knew already. Everybody already knew, and the confession changes nothing. It's like, I like you, but we don't need to talk about it ever. Cool. All right. Thanks. Thanks for freeing us from that potential of something interesting happening. For you, I was worried for a moment.
Well, right, maybe the last half of the series helps them explore their feelings a bit more, and more things actually happen.
I think possibly the most interesting thing to happen did come in episode 5, which wasn't the confession, but afterwards, you got Miyano who's like, hey, what do you like about me? And Sasaki is like, your face, because he has a bit of a brain fart, right? Panic. And this is something Miyano is very insecure about, because he's always told he has a feminine face. This is the first time we get into, like, his deep insecurities about it. I feel like we could have explored it a bit before this, but that's fine. And he talks about how he would like to have, like, a masculine face. And I think that there could be something interesting said about being such a fudanshi and being being a lovely little gay twink, but wanting to be more masculine, right? Wanting to be more masculine and feeling like those may conflict, especially because often in popular narrative, either here or in Japan, they do conflict, and we can argue about why that shouldn't be the case, but the fact of the matter is, culturally, people put you into a certain box there, right? And so it would be reasonable, and it'd be fascinating to explore, like, pushing against that. We don't really push against it, it's just that he feels a little bad. But hey, there's an interesting concept there.
But you don't know if they're actually going to explore it.
Well, no, because it was basically handled by Sasaki being like, hey, there's more than your face I like. And then Miyano's like, all right, then I don't need to be insecure, I guess. It feels pretty resolved. There is a moment that I think sums up how I feel about this show. And I would like you to experience it, Shaun. And anybody
right.
can join. I want you to pull up episode 5, and if you're listening, feel free to do the same.
Oh, you want me to do this right now?
Yeah.
Okay, 1 second.
Just pull up episode 5 of the anime.
Okay.
And go to the timestamp around 21:25, 21:30, around there.
Okay.
And then just hit play. You will know when you hit my reaction shot.
Oh,
Did
God.
you get it? So what Shaun has just experienced, so what some of you can experience if you'd like to, it's this big emotionally charged moment with Miyano and his friends talking about, like, Sasuke and stuff, and flustered, and it's supposed to be like a properly emotionally resonant moment. But then it just sort of like pans out and focuses instead on the random ass cat that's been around campus, and the cat just gives a big yawn.
Oh, God, Rem.
I don't understand that creative choice, but I did feel recognized by it.
So you're saying you're the cat in this narrative?
Yeah.
You're the cat, just watching these boys trying to figure out how badly they want to love each other.
But also,
and it's so boring to you.
Looking at the show, what a wild creative decision to make. Like, it's the equivalent of a stand-up comedy, right? Watching a stand-up special, and they've just told, like, their joke, the big joke of their set, right? They've been building this up for the past 20 minutes. Here we go. here's the big punchline callback all wrapped in one. And then you cut to like an audience member yawning. It's like, what? Hold up. Don't do that. But it just, I was like, I don't know. So someone recognizes how shit this anime is, and they added the yawning cat. And I am the yawning cat.
Oh, well, hell. Happy Pride Month, all.
I didn't want to start things this way. For half of episode 1, I had hope. I was optimistic. I was like, oh, they're cute. And I like how they meet. It's a good introduction to both of them. They both have characters. It's not a lack of characterization. Granted, it is one-dimensional characterization. Especially in the first 2 episodes where it is solely based on the sweetness of the foods they consume. But, you know, it's rough. I want to try to find reasons that I like it, but I just don't.
Oh, God. All right. Well, you know, Ram, you have every right to your opinion. And if the podcast gets canceled because of this episode, we understand. But all in all, Rem, you wanted to like it. However, they didn't give you any strong reasons to keep liking it. Is that about right?
Yeah, the only reason is like, hey, they're pretty cute though, and I'm like, yeah, sure. And they're like, hey, they're kind of cute though, and I'm like, okay, yeah. And they're like, kind of cute though, and I'm like, hey, anything else you got for me?
It's a very cute kiddie pool you have there.
Yeah, it's just
Can't really go swimming in it though.
And once again, I love slice of life. I'm all in. This was like I don't know whether this was like slice of life done as your basic shoujo or basic shoujo done in the style of slice of life. Regardless, they took the wrong elements from each of those.
Ooh, boy. Would it make you feel better if I let you know that they get together by the end of the season?
Of course they do. What else is gonna happen? They should have gotten together episode 3, honestly. And then it should have just been their relationship and their interactions with their friend group. Like, this is the kind of show where the will they, won't they is so not interesting. Because it's like, yeah, they obviously will. There's nothing in the way. There's nothing. The will they, won't they, it's like, oh, every time you think they will, something comes up, right? Something comes up, either like emotionally within one of them or externally imposed, and it feels tragic because you're like, oh, they'd be together if it weren't for this one little thing. There's not that one little thing. They can just be together. And they should. They both know they both like each other. Everybody knows they like each other. Everybody's fine with that. No one cares. It's just, yeah, just get together and then we can see you guys be cute, but like in a relationship.
Holy shit, Rem. Oh my god. Okay. Wow. You know, Rem, I hope people enjoy this episode for what it is. Because I can't stop laughing. Because I'll give you my brief opinion. I know people don't really care about my opinions in this show as much, but generally I was like, this is a nice, cute thing to keep on in the background.
Yeah, like,
That was my overall synopsis, and I watched all 12, 13 episodes.
Yeah, watching in the background is probably much more acceptable. Having my way of watching, where it's like I am present there watching, taking notes because I'm obligated to. Right. That is, oh boy, it puts a scrutiny that it can't hold up to.
My God. Oh God. Oh man. Well, folks, I tried. I did my best. I think it's a cute show.
I also think that it's a cute show. It's just a cute and boring show. I will say it's pleasant that it's just a lot of healthy relationships. However,
but that's boring.
Yeah, and like once again, if you embrace just sort of like the slice of life, like even I realized it was a struggle because not only was nothing happening like narratively, but very little was happening at all. Like it wasn't, hey, look, let's have this kind of scene and this kind of cute moment. They were just doing the exact same scenes, which you can add some variety and keep the same dynamic, right? Oh, let's go to the amusement park together and be cute there. There's all sorts of things we can do there, right? That are nice and cute. Or, okay, there's this game that everybody is playing, and now we're going to play it, and there'll be a nice little awkward moment, or blah, blah, blah. You just...
Mix it up.
Mix it up, please! You don't even... It could be like, hey, it's the same dynamic, but a different setting. And don't get me wrong, I'd still probably complain about that, but that'd be something. That'd give me something. It's the same scenes in the same settings.
Well, hey, I got good news for you. I think in either episode 6 or 7, they go out into the town.
Oh, thank God there's something. But yeah, I appreciate that there's, like, generally, it's a healthy, cute relationship. I would recommend people watch one episode.
Oh, no.
Then you're probably good.
Well, Rem, if you had to guess, what do you think the MAL score for this show is?
Oh, no. I'm worried that it's very high. All right, let me think. All right, Shaun, I would like... Could you tell me how many people have rated this? Because I'm expecting 30K.
Oh, shit. Holy hell.
I'm expecting this to be very niche, and if I'm wrong, then it's going to dig me a further hole.
Well, it's definitely quite a bit more than 30K, Rem. It is a nice and respectable 69.5K.
Okay, still relatively low, but not quite as low. I'm worried that it's above an 8. I'm worried that... Okay. But everything you've said seems to indicate that this isn't just like... Because if I hadn't had, like, any of your feedback, I would have assumed low 7s.
Oh, dear.
But with your feedback, I'm thinking anywhere from very high 7s to, like, low 8s in that kind of range, and that fucking terrifies me. Is it crazy?
Go with your heart, Rem. What does it tell you?
Well, this isn't about the heart, Shaun. This is about the brain. I'm trying to get the weebs right, and that is a purely analytical exercise. Nothing from the heart. Empty heart. I think I'm either gonna go 7.9 or like an 8. I'll go 8.15.
Is that your final answer?
Frighteningly, yes.
Okay.
No, I'll stick with it. I'm second guessing myself, but I'll stick with it. See, my heart is saying, like, dear God, even the weebs have to know it's not that high, right? But I think that the audience is mostly Fudanshi, who are like, I am Miyano. And so I think that...
I mean, there's probably a good amount of Fujoshi who enjoy it as well.
Sure.
Because, I mean, you know, it's the same logic of, hey, you have a particular type of genre you really enjoy, you're probably more than likely to consume just about anything from that genre.
Yeah.
I mean, there are people who are diehard isekai fans, after all.
This is the equivalent of an isekai where the protagonist is an otaku who's obsessed with isekais and uses that knowledge to, like, help them.
So you mean like half the shows that air every season?
Yeah, it's...
Rem, I protect you from so many crap isekais. I just want you to know this.
I think this anime is bait. I think this is bait.
This is bait.
And maybe it's successful bait. And if you want to latch onto the bait, if you're like, hey, that's perfect for me, go for it. I ain't the fish it's trying to catch.
I see. Well, Rem, with the 69.5 thousand ratings, Sasaki and Miyano is sitting nice and pretty at 8.24.
I still undershot it somehow.
Yeah, and Rem, I took a screen cap of the score breakdown. Usually I just give you like a rough idea of it, but I want you to see the score breakdown for this one. I want you to see it visually.
Oh, that's very high.
Yeah. To put it straightforward, since not everybody has access to a computer and go look it up themselves. 1 out of 10, which I feel like a lot of anime don't deserve a 1 out of 10 either. Only 1% of people voted, so about 700 votes on that.
Basically, only 2% rated it a 4 or lower. Which, if you're wondering, I'm right there in that 4 range.
Yeah, and the vast majority of people, like, in fact, looking... Oh my god.
About
to break it
a
down,
little over, probably about 11% rated it 6 or less. So that means the other 89% rated it 7 or higher.
Yes. The majority of people who watch this show really enjoyed it. And that's why we got a lot of emails for it. Especially like right before Pride
Can
Month,
you
we got
just
a
can you
good
just click on
handful.
the reviews and then Control F the word boring so I can feel slightly seen? Just for me.
You know what?
Just for me.
All right,
I have to know that there are those who agree with me. There's someone out there. I swear if nothing comes up, I'm gonna lose my fucking mind.
Hold on, I might have to expand some of the reviews because
yeah, fair.
I will say some people have written like full dissertations on this show. You know, why am I opening the recommended ones? I should only look at the mixed and not recommended ones.
Yeah.
Okay. Ren, on the first page of reviews, opening the majority of them, I get a grand total of 5 results, but it's all from one review.
Hey, me and that one guy, we understand each other. Me and that one guy. Oh fuck. All right, well.
And they gave it a 4 as well.
Hey, you know what? I feel recognized by someone. So, me and that one guy are just gonna go on our own islands together, and you know, we'll create our own boy.
And that, folks, is what Pride Month is all about.
Oh man!
Holy shit! I opened their profile to see if they have any other reviews. They have 4 total reviews. The only one you recognize is the I'm a Spider, so what, and they didn't like it. It seems like they only review things they don't like.
Shame.
Yeah. But you know, good for them. Good for them. I'm glad that you have a kindred spirit somewhere in the world.
Lord knows I'll need it, because it sounds like, it'll be pretty unanimously against me on this one.
Of the people who consume the show? Yeah, probably. Of the people who tried watching it just, you know, to clear their seasonals? Hard to say. You know, who can say? We don't know. But I'm sure we'll find out sooner rather than later. But I suppose with that in mind, final question, Rem, any chance you want to watch any more of Sasaki to Miyano?
I think at best you could convince me to watch the last episode. But yeah, I'd like to just not.
That's where we'll have to cut it off then. So with that, thank you all so much for tuning in. We really appreciate it. If you enjoy Rem starting off this wonderful celebration of the people of the world in a very dramatic way, then please head on over to wherever you get your podcasts and leave us a review. They mean the world to us, and we do read every single one. But if that is still not enough for you, you can head on over to twitch.tv/animeoutofcontext, where you can watch myself, Remington, and Dylan occasionally play video games very poorly. But if that is still not enough for you, you can head on over to patreon.com/animeoutofcontext, where you can access all kinds of lovely bonus material, including having the opportunity to be thanked live on the podcast. So, Rem, who are we thanking this week, and who are we apologizing to this week as well?
Oh, what a way to start Eggfest, am I right? All right. Well, we would like to send our regards to all of our bland bitch protagonists, as well as our magical girls, who I really appreciate. But moving on, we get to our yandere waifus, who we really could have used in this anime, if I'm being honest. There was one brief point where I thought it was gonna get like dark and twisted, and like my ears perked up slightly, and then it didn't happen. I was like, of course it didn't happen. Why? It was basically just me hallucinating an oasis in the desert at that point. I was just like, there was very poor reason for me to think that it would, but I wanted to will it into existence.
And it just didn't happen.
But nonetheless, on that list we have Drunk Quetzalcoatl for Anime Out of Context mascot, says Miska Miska, earnestly expecting praise and a reward. Z supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Zombie Stomp, Xanix, Zach Page, Yul Kim, hey Shaun, you should do Inukai's cat next week. YouTube/VQ_W lowercase z lowercase k HR lowercase t x 8. Go the fuck to sleep as read by Noni Hazelhurst. So yeah, there you go. Yeah, that's probably what that link is. Yandere Neko, wondering who has a bigger sword, Remington or Kirito. Why Shaun? Whoever was selling Remington's breast milk on Alibaba, please let me know if you still are. I'm very interested. Weekly haiku about Shaun. The Papa Shaun, prowling in the club room, not just for cookies. Oh, Papa Shaun. Watch Eva, and I'll write a poem every day for a month. Walk me home gently. For those who don't understand Papa Shaun is what I named the protagonist for Doki Doki Literature Club, doing that playthrough. So, that's...
And I hate him for it.
That's been fun. Walk Me Home Gently, Utah #1, Unhinged Prax, Totally God's Angel, Titan CNH. This is not your grave, but you are welcome in it. The villain behind glasses wants welcome Cheetah Saber visit. The Susanator, the guy who changes his Patreon name every week. Turban, Tainted Venom, Spicitis. Silent Secondary, Shoujo Addict, who doesn't need help, just more manga to read and anime to watch. She wants to MILF hunt on my Shaun till I Rollins. Shaun loves Adam Sandler clock. Shaun's grandma is the OG White Swordsmeister, get well soon. Shaun will always be my #1 diddler.
I don't like that. I do not like that. That's
You're
gross.
the best diddler around!
I'm not. No, and Rem, we looked it up. There are no good connotations to that word.
Any definition of diddler that says I can't diddle my good friend Shaun is a false definition in my book. All right?
But
I can diddle Shaun, and he can love the diddling.
Oh my Christ.
Seth Senju, Sugoi Kai, that's what she said. Salty Pretzel, Ross Palmer, Rubble Rhiannon Williams. Remington, I have worrying news. For the past 5 years, you have visited SAO for at least a year apiece, so fair warning. Yeah, I'm well aware of the frequency at which we visit SAO. Reb loves the big hole. Raw RXD, that's I Love You in Dinosaur. Pui Pui Milfcar, Professor Fox, Paco El Musico, Other McNutt. Oh no, I fucked my sister. Oops. Off to go spelunking in Daddy Rem's big hole. Nitsira, Nick Harvey, Nice Legs, Daisy Dukes, makes a man go doo doo doo. Neon Hufo Genesis. Mikeka 7 Hierto, methinks Rem doth protest too much about disliking lolly anime girls. Link Jokerl, Liam Dunn, leave Denji and Pachita out of harm's way, Shaun. Landon Weatherford, Kylo, Kara Uchiha, Keegan Talbot, Cassidy, Karma Chaos, Joshua DiGiorno, Jax, Janine, Jamhands. If Shaun the MILF Hunter was in MILF Manor, which MILF would he hunt? I tried to sub to the Animated Context OnlyFans, but had to settle with the Patreon. I'm Remington will ruin Darling in the Franks for Encrypted Cryptid. I, Remington Chase, would like to thank you, Shaun, for our wonderful years of anime reviews and friendship. I re-listened to the Angel Beats episode, makes me laugh how moody Shaun was the whole time. Good times. I made Brendan's grandma wear cat ears while I hit it. Good God, how cursed. I had a nightmare that Mulcar-kun isekai'd me to a world where cars are made of people, says Misuka with a whimper. I finally remembered to update my username. PS, by the next episode, I know my GPA of this semester. I don't know what to put here. Hunter Tane, Hunter Davies. Hey, don't cough in my butt. Hey, Rem, Portuguese word of the week. Oh, no. Oh, don't do this to me. Jagrila.
You put a little extra Italian on it, it felt like.
What's it? Let me just, no idea. No, I can't find a pronunciation. So we'll all collectively assume I nailed it. Hey, Cursed Waluigi, please say this. Going down on Shaun's grandma. Romeo and Juliet is my favorite anime. Glenn Michael Dolan. Flush Kondovish. Farmer Weeb's Stark Fact of the Week in 1991, one episode of the Tiny Toon Adventures featured underage drinking. Fantide, F-Bomb, Erica McCorkle, Dylan's Editing All-Nighter, 2-ounce coffee liquor, 1-ounce amaretto, 1-ounce cold brew, Dylan Hayden, Daddy Rem, Tell Me a Bedtime Story, Crumbslet's Bakery opening soon under new management in the Big Hole, Greed 13, Country Fried Goth here to remind you that you just lost the game, Cheese Monkey, Brockhard for Geodudes, Bree Loves Cheese, Black Star, Big Blue Bear Boy, Awkward Lesbian who just got a hug, Are You an Echo? No, I'm a Demon, I'm a Seaman Demon, Angle Angel, Elise Howard, Alpha Angel, Akizama Supremacy chant the Capybara from the Big Hole. Akali wants a Demon Slayer revisit. AJ Tunnel's anime fact, if you don't smell rubber when you pee, you're not a true anime fan. What? AJ Honey, A Days, Ace Pineapple Craft Cider, the world's original pineapple cider. 2013 gluten, established 2013, gluten and sugar-free, not sponsored. Aaron Hegland, Haruhi A Day drives the I think we wanted to write normativity, but it was, heteronormality. Okay, that also works. Away. And Dot. Now we move on to the boy wizard tier. Shaun, give me something to give them. I got fucking nothing.
You got
Normally I take something from the show, but the show didn't give me shit, dude. The show didn't give me shit. You will either be assigned as an uke or a seme. And
that you can't do
and
that.
yet I shall.
That's basically being like, you're a top, and you're definitely a
Well,
bottom.
here we are. Vincent Calabrese. Okay, this is my waifu. This is my gun. I may not have shot a man, and I may have shot a man and ended up on the run. Okay, Dungeon Master next door. Okay, that Drew is tired. She is eepy. A semi. The Canadian anime stunner. Okay, the Brown Mamba is back after being abducted to Layton, Utah for 2 years. Okay, Soul. Big Hole. Schmeris. Seme. Roscop. Seme. Roberto with the concerto. Okay, Reki Kawahara, your seme as fuck. Rare Kumiko will continue to be a sad boy until Healer Girls review. Also, Rem is Tensai, and you are Seme. PL Mare, you get the big hole. Okay, One Piece is the only show that makes you cry over about 312. Seme. Oh, Shaun, real quick before I forget, we're watching Planet next week, right? Seme. New MTG set just dropped called March of the Machines. It's just plain terrifying looking. Should I be concerned? Uke, Monogatari has everything you guys say you want in an anime. This week, a simple man in a complex world. You get Seme, My God is Overlord review, Seme, Miguel De Leon, Seme, Massimo Martelli, Seme. Latino shows friends clips of Rem versus Shaun. He said Shaun must be a pro Garfield kart player. You're an Uke, L plus ratio, Uke, Kugor, Seme, Caden Cuzelis, Uke. I, Remington Chase, hereby vow to finish Sword Art Online. Big hole. I'm just... I remember saying that Shaun's grandma's an angel, bet I can't hold it back anymore. Seme, Hello Rex, Seme, fuck, Virgin Shaun, 3.141592653589793238462338327950288841.
Fuck, that sounded like a sleeper code activation.
Nah, just pi.
Oh, God damn it, I should have realized. Look, I just heard a lot of words and then numbers and thought, we've killed somebody.
Uke, Fox, Uke, Dua, Seme, Cryptid MILF, Seme, Crimson Reapers just because of the size, Uke, Carver 271, Seme, Cameron Coates, Seme, Blood Cell, not the bitch boy white ones, Seme, Beethoven 1201, Seme, Animated Z, Uke, Allfather beat the buffer 21 weeks until Bonsai as of May 21st. Uke, Adam Sandler cosplays as Judy Hopps and cuddles with the MILF Hunter Shaun, Seme. There we go. Now we get to, the inappropriate Joey Wheeler tier. Tell them what they're getting, Shaun!
You're gonna get your own, BL story prompt.
Alright, Shaun will give you as Joey Wheeler, your own BL story prompt. And we'll start with, if you killed, you've lost a very important part of your life. That is true. That is science.
That's accurate. Yeah, alright. A scary-looking hazardous materials removal worker and a mature sales trainer share an umbrella on a park bench. There you go. Have fun with that.
You know, I expected it to be a little bit more general, but no, we're going hyper-specific on this son of a bitch.
Hyper-specific.
Hermione pegs Harry and Ron.
Ooh, I don't like this. I'm gonna add a word to it, and you'll be able to figure out which word I added to it. A caring taxi driver and an innocent college student find out that they're currently reading the same book in bed.
I see.
Yeah.
My dear old mom.
You get an optimistic knight and an unreliable attorney have an accident on an empty bus.
You know what? This is the best so far. And last but not least, we got second to none.
A shy flower shop owner and a shaved entrepreneur reach for the same flower before their adventure.
Alrighty. Well, thank you all for tuning in. If you want to reach out for a comment, question, feedback, or recommendation, you can tweet us at AnimeConPod on Twitter or send an email over onto animeoutofcontext@gmail.com.
Once again, guys, thank you all so much for tuning in. We love and appreciate you very, very much. And as always, don't fuck your sister.
Fellas, is it gay to love cum on my face? Fellas, is it gay to be gay? Fellas, is it get the B square? We used to be funny. Hey, for any viewers with daddy issues out there, don't worry. I'll be your papa.